Oh my God, look at the rain. What in the hell is that? Right guys, we are here in Bangkok. I've had to come to Bangkok again for some of my own things, my own personal things. It is absolutely hammering it down at the moment and it's been raining all day. Every time I come to Bangkok, it seems to be raining. Right, we're staying in the Nana Plaza area and I'm staying at a place called the Ambassador. I'm not sure, some of you guys might have seen this hotel before. It is absolutely huge. Now what happened is, when I booked it on Agoda and the system crashed on me. And so I went back in again, did it again, and then it comes back, I've booked 2 rooms. So what the hotel have done is, because they said they're not going to refund it, because it's a non-refundable thing. But what the hotel have done is they've upgraded me to what's called the privilege room. And you know what? It's really beautiful. It's got great views. It was just a standard room, the same as anywhere else. But yeah, this room is nice, and I'm looking forward to staying in it tonight. What we're going to be doing now is, because we're in the Nana Plaza area, we thought we'd come here, and we thought, you know what? 5 years since I've stayed here, let's go and party. Right, so this is the location where we are is Nana, Sukhumvit 11. So the Ambassador is just up on Sukhumvit 11. And what I like about up there is you've got all those little street food places sitting out on the pavement. That's something we don't get in Pattaya. Well, we do a little bit of it, but not as much as Bangkok, which seems to be literally everywhere. You know, where there's a pavement, where there's something going on in Bangkok. One of the most crazy cities in the world. Let's get some food. We're just by Nana station, just underneath it. It's around about 5:30 p.m, I think, 5:45. And look at the traffic. This is rush hour Bangkok, but is there a rush hour in Bangkok? It seems to be, yep, it's going everywhere. It seems to be traffic all the time in Bangkok. Even at 2 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning. It's just utter chaos. I've missed this place. The famous Soi Nana, Soi 4. I'll try and get some food along here. Right, so we've just come into a place called Barney Stones. I'm sure quite a few of you will know this. It's an Irish bar. And I have gone, because I'm really hungry. I know we're going to go for a drink, and I need some food. And I've gone for a Guinness steak pie. And Dan's gone for the traditional English breakfast. Yeah, English breakfast in an Irish place. Barney Stones, or was it Barney Rubble? Martin, really delicious, very nice. But the one big difference is the price difference towards what we pay in Pattaya. I guess it's relative. That was just the total of that. You got the breakfast, you got my stew. There was chips. There was a dessert. It was 1,220 baht. So it is quite a lot more money than what you pay in Pattaya. Right now, we're just going to go down here. And we're going to meet somebody. We're going to meet somebody who's been a friend of mine for a few years. He lives in Bangkok, and his name is Ray. And, funny enough, he's from Ireland. It was somewhere else where I did this time. Me and Dan were just discussing who's the first person that's gonna recognise us, and sure enough, Dan was shouted, "Hey, it's Dan, the cameraman!" And it was by Anthony in Indiana, from Indiana, should I say? And by the way, guys, we've got Ray here with us now. Ray, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Nick.
We'll get a chat with Ray in a moment. He lives in Bangkok. He's been living here for a few years, on and off, and Well, what he's going to do now is he's going to take us to Soi 8?
Soi 8, yeah.
What's on Soi 8?
So Soi 8 is, if you know kind of like, we'll say kind of Soi 11, if you go down kind of Soi 8, that was small little bars, but nice kind of place, and some really good restaurants and stuff like that. It's away from the main drag of Soi 11, but it's still some nice little bars. I think it'll remind you of some places in Pattaya, so you won't be homesick, you know?
And I'm surprised, how along Soi 4 how busy it is. And it's a Tuesday night.
Yeah, no, it is. And even with the Blarney Stone, I think that's new enough. I mean, I'm only back about a month that way, but that was a German bar previously.
Right. And now, okay, it's called Barney Stones. It's not really an Irish name, is it?
Well, it would be. It is an Irish name. The Blarney Stone it's a famous kind of Irish landmark. Supposedly, if you go and you kiss this thing, you get the gift of the gab. But
okay.
I've never met a quite Irish person anyway, so I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, forgive me for that one. So this is Soi 8 off Sukhumvit. Is this a place where you regularly come here?
Yeah, you can do. It's a good place to go for a couple of beers. I mean, it's a nice warm-up spot for Soi 11. So as you can see, there's a couple of nice little bars down here, and there's a couple of restaurants up this end. It seems cheap accommodation, although I've never stayed here on the Soi itself, but it's a good place to start or end the night.
I just want to do a correction in the Barney Stones. Dan said, I'll just have the English breakfast, so I just presumed it was an English breakfast, and then it went, an Irish bar? But when it came, it had white pudding. I think that's the only difference, isn't it?
It pretty much is, yeah.
But it did have black pudding as well, but it had white pudding.
Yeah.
What is white pudding?
So it's basically like a blood sausage. So white pudding is a blood sausage. It's made with pig's blood, which I know.
Same as pig.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's got a bit of meal and stuff in there as well. So that's kind of what the. I think it is meal anyway, but that's what changes the colour. But I think it's actually much nicer than black pudding, to be honest.
I'll be honest with you. I do not like black pudding, but I did try the white pudding in the Robin Tavern, and it was nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. It is the only difference, but I think, look, to be honest with you, they're all the same, really, aren't they? As long as you get a greasy fry, that's the main thing.
Totally the same. 140 baht a beer.
Yeah. No, it is expensive. It is expensive. Compared to Pattaya, you do find it. I mean, like, this is a nice bar. It's probably a bit more of a restaurant, but that's expensive.
Yeah, definitely more expensive. So when people kind of moan back in Pattaya, so by the way, we're cheap. What I've done is I bought it's 140 baht, so I think it's an import, so it's going to be more money. A beer lao. I've not had a beer lao for a long time. You haven't try that, right?
Let's see. That's good.
Oh,
it's good.
Very nice. I might have to look into that and getting that one myself. I have been asked for it a couple of times, but it's from Lao. It's very, very nice.
Cheers.
The first. So now we're going to head down to Soi 11. Soi 11, that's where my hotel is, yeah, the Ambassador.
It is indeed, yeah.
What's on Soi 11 then?
Well, Soi 11, like when I first came to Bangkok in about 2016, Nick, it was like Soi 11 was the expat hangout.
Right.
So there's lots of bars, lots of restaurants. Even you were telling me you were in the Ambassador Hotel.
Yeah.
So when I first came, I flew in very late at night and arrived in, and I knew that they had a nightclub that was open late in the Ambassador. So once I dropped my bags in, I asked where the nightclub was. They pointed me to the outside, and I went, okay, walked in, and they had all set up, loads of people outside, and they took money on the door, and you arrived in, and it just seemed like something was odd. And after about 30 seconds, I realised what it was. It was like the nightclub was actually their downstairs car park. That's what it was. It was called Club Climax, if you remember that place.
I presume it's not open now?
No, unfortunately long gone, yeah. But a crazy little place.
See that then, I can't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, Soi 11's a lot of bars, some very nice kind of clubs, and a couple of nice kind of sky bars and stuff at the end of the Soi, so we'll have a look.
Let's go. Soi 11 right across here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, are we going to cross this? This is more like it's an escalator. Yeah. I always find it, like when you're in Bangkok, you're going up the BTS all the time. It's a long way up.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Traveling in style, Nick.
Yeah. Dan's going to fall over now. So we're on Soi 11 now, which is the Soi of our hotel. How long does this Soi run along for?
Oh yeah, I mean it is quite big, you know. Lengthwise, I couldn't really tell you, but I do know like it's lots of bars. There's nightclubs here and stuff like that. Place
there's
out
nightclubs
levels.
here, right,
Yeah.
right.
It's like it's again. It was still probably is like kind of the main drag this side of town for kind of expats and stuff, you know.
Right.
So we'll see as we go up. I know it'll be a little bit quiet tonight, but it'll be interesting to see. I know there's a couple of little beer bar places that opened up a couple of years ago here. So for parity's sake, we might as well see how much a beer is there, maybe.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good idea. Yeah, to test the difference between here and Pattaya.
Exactly.
It does seem quite busy, to be fair, but
Yeah.
not with expats, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, it is good to see. I mean, look, Bangkok is picking up. I mean, even like when I first got here a month ago, when I came back, because, you know, I've been in and out of Bangkok for 6-7 years at this point now, but like it's a case of, as you went through immigration in Swanepoel, it was so quiet. It's just good to see that there is people here, and especially in Pattaya last weekend, it was great to see that the people are coming, they are enjoying themselves, you know.
And what we'll do in a bit, guys, I'll have a word with Ray, and we'll get out of him what his actual career is, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people would say I never worked a day in my life, but what can I do? You know.
Same here. Right, now this is a real popular site now in Bangkok, and it's only been since June the 9th that cannabis was decriminalised. But just behind me there's a camper van, a Volkswagen, and just out the windows there they've got jars and they're selling pot, loads of it.
Yeah.
So, and there's one there, and there's also one just over there. So I haven't seen this kind of thing in Pattaya yet, but they're everywhere in Bangkok. Yeah.
High times in Bangkok. But if you're going to do it, you're going to sell it out of a hippie van like that, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
That place is quite nice actually as well, Hemingway's. You know, you guys have one in Pattaya as well, don't you?
Yeah. Is it the same?
I'm not sure about that. I'd imagine it is.
Actually, because they've got one in Jomtien.
But they have a little rooftop place up there as well.
Which is the same logo. I think it is actually.
It's kind of street food and stuff up there as well, which is quite nice. Like.
Now, Ray, what do you think? You know, you've been coming to Thailand for years, and you know how strict they've been with drug policies in the past.
Yeah.
And now you've just seen this explosion of, the cannabis thing everywhere. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's fascinating, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, like, when you think of the stance of the Thai government, even 12, 18 months ago, one of the strictest drug policies in the world, and then you take a look at what they've done. I think if they're happy with it, we should be happy with it. I mean, I think it's like from a business model point of view, it's an amazing opportunity they have. I mean, you look at it's something that happened in the States quite a lot with medicinal marijuana and stuff. So, like, I think it's amazing to see.
It's a brave move, but it's also a very clever move, economy-wise, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Once it gets going.
There's above 11, which is a nice sky bar.
Right, so this is some like dodgy alleyway, yeah?
Alleyway, yeah. It's where I always hang out.
Yeah, because there's loads of women here. But we're going to a place called Telefono. Telefono?
Yes, so it's a Cuban themed bar. So it should be quite interesting.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Shit, nearly broke it.
Right in the joint, Nick.
Right, now on that note, guys, we're going to leave this one here. We'll make this into 2 parts, and it'll be up tomorrow night. And we're going to be speaking to Ray in the next part about what he does for a job, and it's very interesting. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night. Anyway, Ray, cheers.
Cheers,
for giving us a tour.
No worries.
And guys, we'll catch you tomorrow night on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Wow.
Yep.
This is a funky lift. Wow.